So during her first podcast with Candace Parker, Aaliyah Boston talked about pretty much playing without Caitlin Clark in the lineup, which I think is kind of an important thing because the Indiana Fever are so different with or without Caitlin Clark in the lineup. And in fairness, they have been getting better without her. And with Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever have been almost the third best team in the W. Without Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever have been like worse than the Sparks. So it's just one of those things where it's like, but the fact is the Indiana Fever have been able to tread water and they do put in effort, which is a really, really big thing. Like, it is a really, really big thing when it comes to the Fever that they put in effort, because if a team show up with Fever without Caitlin Clark, and you know the way it was Game 7 of the finals for every single team. It was Game 7 for the finals. Any team when they played Caitlin Clark, it's the opposite when Caitlin Clark's out. Like, a lot of teams come out there and, for lack of a better word, don't play their A game. They troll, for lack of a better way of describing it. Like, they absolutely, trolled. The Liberty absolutely trolled for 3 quarters coming out of the All-Star break. The Aces didn't want to be there. And it's like, it's the reason why the Valkyries are winning so many games, because they play every game with 100% effort. And the Indiana Fever are starting to play every game with 100% effort without Caitlin. But let's take a listen to Aaliyah Boston, the actual difference, like not effort-wise, but the actual difference on the court. And I've already listened to this, and I mean, I 100% agree with it.
What can you say the difference is playing with her in the lineup versus playing without her?
Yeah, I think when you have Caitlin on the floor, everything is automatically spaced. The floor is spaced. Defenses are like high end because she comes across half court. You can set an early drag, and there's a deep three going up, and there's a great chance she's making it, right? And when she's not on
the funniest thing is that no matter how badly she shot post injury, she shot so well from deep pre injury that from like 30 feet, she's still shooting nearly 30% from 3, which is not great, but it's 5% off of being elite from that distance.
On the floor, then obviously it can shrink it a little bit. But I think for us, it's about making sure we get to that second side, that third side. Because when you have Kelsey coming downhill fast, going to that left hand, and then you have Sophie Cunningham and Lexi on the wing being able to spray and knock down for 3, it opens up the entire floor. And then obviously that works for the post because they're going to be afraid to double. They're going to be afraid to dig too much because you have shooters all around the perimeter. And so it definitely shrinks a little bit, but I think we've just figured out different ways to score the ball.
And I think she's right. It's very much a case where it's like what Kelsey has to do with Caitlin, how without Caitlin are different. However, I will say is that the way she played against the Sky was very, very close to being like the way she played with Caitlin. And I think that could be a reason why they started doing so well. I honestly think that could be a reason why she was so good, why she's been so efficient, and why it led to wins. But like, it is one of those things where the Indiana Fever very much, they look very different. And she's completely on the money about the spacing thing, because they literally have to guard her at the 3-point line. Not the 3-point line, the halfway line. And what that does is, because as she said, it allows her to set the early drag screen. And so we're going to do our great, our incredible Paint app. We have got the Paint app right here. I wish that there was a paint tool. So we've got the Paint app right here. So here is half a basketball court. Here is half the court. So this is with Caitlin Clark on the floor. Let's just put the 3-point line to here. There we go. So Caitlin has the ball here. CC's here. Defender here. Aaliyah, setting a drag screen on the trail, sets the screen here. So defender here. So Aaliyah's defender, because a lot of the times the defenders are stepping up and Caitlin Clark can come to here and just shoot it. Aaliyah's defender then has to literally, at worst, come across here and flat hedge. And if they flat hedge, it's very likely they're going to switch that screen. And teams are actually switching screens a lot more against the Indiana Fever right now. And if they come and flat hedge that screen, her defender's there. And it allows Aaliyah off that to roll into this range right here. So what ends up happening then is if they double that screen, Aaliyah's wide open. And there's not enough time. And if a defender comes and helps from here, Kelsey Mitchell cuts and it's a layup. If it turns out Kelsey Mitchell's defender plays here, the ball gets passed to Kelsey Mitchell, she's got a layup. And if it turns out that they hold, get to Aaliyah wide open, she's just going to shoot the midi. So the fact is that you've automatically got that spacing. So when you've got two defenders out here, or at least one defender guarding out here, you've got a defender trying to recover to Aaliyah Boston. You're then in a situation where you're either going to give Aaliyah Boston a drive to the basket, which no one's going to do, or you either have to help off here, here, or here, which leads to either a layup for Kelsey Mitchell or a corner three for a shooter. Or if what Natasha Howard's getting better at now is she's kind of playing low. And Natasha Howard at the start of the year had some weird fetish for playing strong side. And you guys don't understand what I'm saying right here. This is my incredible Microsoft Paint. So let's just undo all of these. And that has gone back. So edit, undo. Gonna Control Z. All of these right here. So, we've now got into a position where Aaliyah Boston has the ball here. And Natasha Howard, what she had a problem with doing was she had a real problem staying here, which is on the strong side. I don't know why she would do it, but now she's starting to play on the weak side, and she's starting to play on the weak side out of short corner, which means that Aaliyah, she either shoots a jump shot or if she takes a drive and Natasha Howard's player comes over to guard Aaliyah, Aaliyah just has a dump down to Natasha Howard for a layup. So Natasha Howard's not really getting in the way. And then, in that scenario where the ball goes to Kelsey Mitchell, where Kelsey Mitchell's defender helps in, Kelsey Mitchell's there on the wing for the left-hand drive. What Natasha Howard is doing is she's coming low to here. She's getting to the opposite weak side. So when Kelsey Mitchell drives, she goes and circles around so that Kelsey Mitchell drives. She either has a layup or she keeps the dribble alive. And what Natasha Howard's really good at doing is curling around and stepping in. And suddenly Natasha Howard's wide open under the basket for a layup. So, with Caitlin Clark on the floor, it's pretty much, you are pretty much into elite spacing by default. By default. Like, it is extremely difficult for a team to slow down the Fever. And in pro basketball, you're only going to slow down a team by making a team take consistent bad shots. When a team consistently gets good shots, it's either one, hard to slow them down. It's either easy enough to speed them up. But at the end of the day, it is beneficial for the team. It is absolutely beneficial for the team to have that, because we saw it with the Lynx. Like, look, when the Fever played the Lynx got a lot of good quality shots and they missed. If you get the better quality shots over your opponent, you are going to win 80% of the time. And normally the best teams in basketball are not the best tough shot makers. They're the people that get the best quality of looks. If you look at teams, the teams that it is not about tough winning at the highest level is not about tough shot making. You can win an individual game off tough shot making, but it is hard to win like a title on tough shot making. It really is. It's hard to win consistently. You can win in a one-off game, but at the end of the day, I think that Aaliyah is 100% on the money. And the fact that the team have actually been pretty solid when Caitlin Clark's not been there is a testament to just how good this team has been playing. And it's been a testament, outside of the Sky game, it's been a testament to their tough shot making down the stretch. And like Sophie Cunningham just going nuclear. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. I'll see you guys.